Hi everyone. Did you know that whenever there's a storm, some animals run away from it, but the bulls, they ran towards the storm. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. How do we deal with life's storms? Now, a storm just passed here in Manila, and there's always a choice. You always have a choice whenever there's a storm or rains. Or we can either be grateful for it or we can complain about it. But if you maintain a grateful heart, if you maintain a joyful heart, then good things happen to you, no matter what the situation is. So let's talk about the storms of life. What are the storms of life? That's when problems happen, that's when challenges arrive, and how do we deal with that? Are we like some of the animals, the cows, who run away from the storm? Or are we like the bull? Do we face the storm head on and, just get it over with? I, as a person, I am more like the bull. I can say that because whenever there's a problem, I face it right away. I try to find solutions. Because there's a saying, whenever there's a problem, there's always a solution or there's none. If there's one, find it. If there's none, never mind it. And most of the time, what problems don't have a solution? If the problem is the attitude of other people. Now, let's face it, there are only a limited amount of things that we can control in life. Our situation, the weather, the attitude of other people, those are things that you can never control. But what is the only thing that you can control? Your thoughts, your words, how you respond to the situation. And that determines whether you're going to be a winner or a loser. Did you know that, guys? Are we the bull who faces the storm head on? Or are we, again, other animals who stay away or try to escape the storm? Now, here's the thing. Why do bulls run towards the storm? Actually, some people would say, isn't it dangerous? Actually, no. Why? Because it is actually a strategic way to deal with storms. Why? When the bulls face the storm and run towards it, it is actually making it easier for them to go through that storm. They're not afraid. They face it head on. And before the storm, becomes worse, they are done with it. But some animals try to stay away from the storm. What happens? They become worse. They become stronger. And later on, you still have to deal with the storm, right? Yes? So, as a person, how is your attitude whenever storms come to your life? Now, why not? All right? Instead of running away from it, face it. First of all, how do I face the storms in my life? If there's a problem, I always look for solutions. Probably that's something that I learned from my parents, from my grandparents who are problem solvers. And, do not be emotional. Because why? Emotions block your wisdom. Whenever things happen, whenever you're facing a trial, whenever you're facing a crisis, instead of being stressed or emotional, be calm. That's the first thing that you need to do. Why? Because when you're calm, you are able to think well. Your wisdom will flow and everything will be clear to you. But look what happens when you're emotional. You cannot think properly, your mind doesn't know what to do, and you make the wrong decisions. So, whenever something happens, stay calm. You know what I do also? I pray. I pray and I thank God. I thank God in advance because when I thank God, it becomes lighter and I open up my heart, I open up my mind to the possible, solutions that God will give me. And He always does. I open my mind, I pray, And then, if I don't still know what to do, I always seek for advice. But always, always follow your instinct. Now, other people may give you this advice, this advice, this advice, and actually sometimes the more advice that you ask for, the more you don't know what to do. So, I will suggest once again to be calm and to pray for it, and sometimes the answer will come. So face the problem head on, get it over with, and like I said, storms are given to us for a good reason. There was actually a poet, a Japanese poet, who um who said something about storms, and I love it. His name is Haruki Murakami. And then he said, here it goes, quote, and I quote, "And once the storm is over, you won't remember how you made it through, how you managed to survive. You won't even be sure, in fact, whether the storm is really over. But one thing is certain, you won't be the same person who walked in." That's what the storm is all about. So whenever there's a storm, right? For example, the actual storm. After the storm, the wind is clear, the atmosphere is clear, everything is clean. And in our lives, after the storm, everything is calm again, right? So do not be stressed, do not be worried. Instead, it's an opportunity for you to increase your faith, increase your wisdom, learn from it, and always be grateful. Guys, I hope that you will be like the bull, not run away, but instead run towards the storm, meaning solve it, don't be afraid, ask for wisdom, because you can do it. God is with you. He never leaves you. He always asks that you believe. So everyone, I hope that our small talk for tonight gave you a little bit of enlightenment and will help you through in the days to come. God bless you, and thank you for listening.